So welcome to being your best self. Okay. So welcome back to being your best self. We're just going to talk a little bit about exercise and fitness today, because it's something that's been a bit of a passion for mine, for me over lockdown, and I know Andy's is something he's dipping in and out of and is finding really useful. So I'd just like to start off by saying I don't particularly like gyms. I find them very difficult places. I feel like I've spent an awful lot of my money there and I've never had any benefit. And when COVID came, actually hit quite a critical point for me because I was actually a bit overweight. I've been kind of working out regularly and I had to make a decision about what I was going to do. So for me at that point, I decided actually I'm going to commit to doing some fitness regularly. And that has been actually around something called physical autonomy, which is to do with all the stuff that you need for the rest of your life. Things like being able to get down off the floor, move how you want to, play with your kids, hopefully protect yourself so you don't hurt yourself when you do silly things because you have all that muscular stuff going on. And I do a program that does that, which has been fantastic. And it involves the biggest component, though, for me has been practicing. Yeah, and practicing regularly. What you want to say about that, Andy? What do you think?
It's interesting, isn't it? I think so. As I was saying to you, I think in an earlier conversation, I find exercise a really important part of just my daily life, really, as much as anything. It gives me that kind of bounce back ability from work, from doing things in the house, whether that be DIY things or traveling. There's lots of times when I can recognize that because I've been doing exercise more regularly, I'm bouncing back quicker. And I'm really fascinated by the program that you've been doing because I've kind of been doing a less formal version of something similar, I guess is what I would say. So I do a lot of Barre and Pilates and things like that.
Well, tell us what Barre is. You can't slide that in.
So Barre is a combination of yoga, Pilates, and ballet. And so there's a lot of concentration about core strength, stability, balance, those sorts of things. But really, I guess over the kind of last 4 or 5 years that I've been doing that is that I've learned so much more about my kind of body mechanics and control in the way that when I first started, I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to do this. This is just...
Go on, give us the exercise. What's the one that got you and you thought, I'm never going to be able to do it? And you can now.
Oh, gosh. So the coach that I take the classes with, she's just phenomenal. And she works you so hard, and every time I think I've got there and I can do something, she'll add like a new little bit of a twist in, or we'll do it twice as fast. And I'm just like, so I feel like I'm stood there with just like my arms out going, because it just feels like I've got to this level, and suddenly we're now up at this level.
Yeah, which is good, isn't it? It's stretching, yeah.
It's very stretching, and also, rewarding in that I can really see a difference. So I was getting quite a lot of back pain from sitting in my chair, whether that be at work, in the car.
Yeah.
And to your point, when you do have like mishaps, if you haven't been using your body and don't have a good understanding of the mechanics of how it works, then the recovery period can be dramatically, longer. And I think that that's something that we don't really sort of think about all that too often when it comes to exercise.
Especially as you're getting a bit old. I mean, the program I use, shameless plug, is by an organizer called GMB, which is called Gold Medal Body Fitness, or I think they called it, I can't remember, they've got another. But they're an online provider. There's many of them. What I love about them, though, is they're very, very much about this is who we are. They're not trying to be something they're not. It's not about ripped bodies. It's about actual functionality. Mm-hmm. And I know it was teasing you earlier, but some of the things I've loved doing, so I'm happy to put these in the description later, but double arm lever I've actually managed to do, which is basically where you stick your arms and your elbows in your chest and you basically have your body flat off the ground, just on your hands. And I've never imagined being able to do that. But the thing that's really hit me is because I've bothered to practice and do it regularly, I can actually do this stuff or start to do this stuff on a pseudo amateur 40-odd-year-old bloke form.
Yeah, but I think it's also, the endorphin release out the other end of it, when the sense of achievement is enormous, from the moment that you start whatever program, whatever form of exercise it might be, everyone's got their goals, their ambitions. Yeah. And then, that sense of fulfillment is immense. And that's, you build on that. Once you've achieved that first goal, then you can set further ones, and, so much more the better, really.
Yeah, the other thing I just wanted to add is one of the things that also kept me going through lockdown is me and a good couple of mates actually on my road, we set up a little club called Monday Night Club. Guess what day happens? And, so we've been getting together online and through all this various craziness every Monday, pretty much throughout the whole of this season and before, to do fitness stuff together. And do you know what? We bring different stuff to the party. Like I bring like little stuff I do. My mate Dave, who I run it with, he does a lot of boxing. And it's about a collective of people saying, well, actually, we've chosen that we want to kind of be fit together. Yeah. No, it's not about showing off. It's about turning up and actually giving it a go. And I know some of the people out there will find it really difficult. Some of them find it tricky, but we've laughed and we've cried together. But actually, we've built a really big kind of social network there, and it has also helped with all sorts of things around mental health and that, especially with blokes, because actually it's an excuse to connect with people in another way to be in a better life.
Yeah, no, I think you're spot on there, absolutely spot on. So we'd love to hear from you out there. What is it that you're doing to kind of get some more movement and exercise into your life? What are the things that have really worked for you? Is there some things that you'd like to share, or we need to explore? Maybe me and Nathan need to go and have a go at some of these things. That could be hilarious, couldn't it, for some of these videos? Maybe
I need to wear a tutu, Andy. That's all I
know. No, we won't do that to you. We won't do that to you. But in all serious, folks, let us know the things that have been, useful for you, and let's explore some more of these things that we could be doing.